Lysandre had everything a person could want. Immense wealth that could fund any dream, a brilliant scientific mind that pushed the boundaries of technology, and the charisma to inspire thousands. He stood at the peak of human achievement, capable of solving nearly any problem he set his mind to, which makes his ultimate choice completely incomprehensible at first glance. Why would a man with infinite potential choose infinite destruction? His public answer was simple enough. He wanted to create a beautiful, perfect world free from the corruption and greed that plagues humanity. He claimed this noble goal justified the horrific means. But that explanation falls apart even under the slightest scrutiny. Many people see the world's problems. Very few respond by building a doomsday device to wipe out everyone but their chosen followers. His stated ideology was just the surface layer of something much deeper and more personal. To understand why Lysandre chose extinction, we need to investigate the man behind the manifesto, starting with what he presented to the world and then digging into what truly broke him. Lysandre's public philosophy was built around a single core observation. The world is being destroyed by human selfishness. He watched resources dwindle, ecosystems collapse, and societies fracture, all while the wealthy and powerful continued to hoard what remained. His technological achievements were meant to counter this. The Holo Caster wasn't just a communication device, it was his attempt to create a more connected, transparent world. His research into the ultimate weapon and mega evolution was initially about harnessing immense power for what he saw was the greater good. The history of Kalos played a significant role in shaping this worldview. The region had been torn apart by a catastrophic war fought with an ultimate weapon centuries before. A war sparked by human conflict and ambition. To Lysandre, this wasn't just history, it was proof of humanity's cynical failure. He saw the same patterns repeating in his own time, and it filled him with profound disillusionment. He genuinely believed that humanity was incapable of solving its own problems, that we were just fundamentally flawed. But here's where the surface analysis fails. Many people become disillusioned, many see the world's injustices and feel despair, but they don't build weapons to end it all. A broken idealist typically withdraws, protests, or tries to build small alternatives. They don't just orchestrate global genocide. This gap between a common feeling and an apocalyptic action is the crucial mystery. The political philosophy, the war history, the technological ambition, they provide the language for this mission, but not the catalyst. They explain the what, but not the why. There is a missing piece, a personal fracture that turned his concern into a catastrophe. That missing piece has a name, Professor Sycamore. Before Team Flare, before the weapon, Lysandre was not a solitary figure. He was a part of a brilliant partnership. He and Sycamore worked side by side, two of Kalos' greatest minds united by a shared passion for discovery. Their research focused on mega evolution, a phenomenon that symbolized the boundless potential and the deep bond between humans and Pokémon. They even researched the ultimate weapon together, not as a tool of destruction, but as a historical artifact, a warning from the past. Their fracture wasn't over data or methodology, it was over a fundamental, irreconcilable belief about the nature of people. Sycamore possessed an unshakable faith in humanity's capacity for good. He believed in redemption, in growth, in the power of bonds to overcome darkness. Lysandre, increasingly burdened by what he saw, came to believe the opposite. He saw humanity's flaws as permanent, its corruption as terminal. Their research became a mirror for their souls. Sycamore saw hope in mega evolution's connection. Lysandre saw a power that could be controlled and wielded by a worthy few. The betrayal was not one of malice, but ideology. The specific moment their friendship fractured was likely a quiet one, not an explosion, but a slow, chilling realization that they were no longer looking at the same world. Sycamore's enduring optimism became in Lysandre's eyes, a form of blindness. His friend's refusal to accept the grim reality felt like a personal rejection of his own painful conclusions. This personal wound magnified his existing misanthropy 1,000-fold. If someone as brilliant and good-hearted as Sycamore could not see the truth, then no one could. The problem wasn't just the world, it was people. Not just people, all people. This personal failure of connection is what made a global solution seem not just logical, but necessary. His broken relationship with his closest friend became the blueprint for his plan to break the entire system. This is where the final critical transformation occurred. The descent from a reformer with a dark vision to a full-blown exterminator was fueled by the very thing he sought to control: absolute power. His research into the ultimate weapon succeeded. He didn't just understand its history, he learned how to reactivate it. This access corrupted his already damaged perspective. The solution was no longer a theoretical debate with Sycamore, it was a tangible, operatable machine sitting beneath the Geosynge town. The abstract idea of saving the world became a concrete sequence of buttons to press and levers to pull. This perspective was further warped by the sycophants he surrounded himself with. The executives of Team Flare didn't challenge his dissent, they enabled it. They were yes-men and fanatics who praised his genius and affirmed his most destructive impulses. They created an echo chamber where his plan wasn't monstrous, it was visionary. There was no one left to ask the hard questions, to offer counter-arguments that Sycamore once did. In this vacuum, his ideology curdled into pathology. This led to his final horrifying realization. He concluded he couldn't actually fix humanity. The flaws were just too deeply embedded, too fundamental to our nature. The ultimate tragic irony is that in his quest to purge the world of human corruption, he became its most perfect embodiment. He became the ultimate hoarder, deciding that he alone was worthy of its world's resources. He became the pinnacle of selfishness he claimed to hate, willing to sacrifice billions for his own vision of perfection. This connects every thread definitely. The broken idealist wounded by betrayal was given absolute power and he used it to become the very monster he swore to destroy. So the journey's complete. We followed the path of a brilliant man from idealist to monster. It wasn't a sudden fall, but a slow unraveling, where each noble intention was twisted by a personal pain and unchecked power until it became something unrecognizable. Lysandre's story is a universal warning about the immense danger of power without empathy, of intellect without wisdom, and of conclusion without compassion. He represents the catastrophic end of seeking absolute solutions for complex human problems. The real tragedy of Team Flare isn't the weapon or plan, it's the wasted potential. It's a story of how hope and genius can be corrupted into their exact opposites when they become detached from basic human connection. His legacy is a chilling lesson. It teaches us that the capacity for great good and unimaginable evil often live side by side, and that the difference between them isn't intelligence or resources, but something far more fundamental: our ability to see humanity in others, even when we despair for the world.